Welcome back to the Stim City Podcast. I'm Joseph.
I'm Ryan.
And there's
That was worse than usual. Brandon must have hit his head this weekend.
My side hurts.
Brandon's currently going through postpartum pains. The baby's okay, everybody. Don't worry.
Is that half rack of ribs from Chili's that are reheated?
Bro, Chili's ribs? I hope you're kidding.
No.
Oh, dude, that's gross.
Okay, hold on. How did you reheat them?
In the fucking microwave.
No.
Yeah. Dude, first of all, Chili's ribs suck when they're fresh out of the kitchen. What are y'all doing? So, a couple months ago, it's been a few months now. We went out to dinner with my father-in-law, and he was like, I want to go to Chili's. It's like, I'll crush some Chili's. And he's like, yeah, I've been craving a steak. And in my mind, I'm like, then why are we going to Chili's? But dude, so he first of all, he orders like a bucking hoss. Ribeye, medium. I think he got a half rack of ribs. Might have been the full rack, honestly. Don't remember. We'll say a half rack. The fully loaded taters or whatever the fuck. And the starting salad. Crushes the salad, doesn't touch the potatoes, eats every fucking rib except for one. And then half the steak. I was like, God dang. But the steak was good. I tasted it. The steak was honestly better than Logan's, which is crazy. But the ribs looked good. And then it stayed stuck in my mind. 2 months later, me and Christy go to Chili's for dinner one night. I was like, you know what? I'll try the ribs. I'll give them some love. Dude, the worst ribs I've ever had.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck, it was like, what movie is it? He's like chewing. He's like, Christmas Vacation. He's eating the dry ass turkey.
Yeah.
Drinking. That was me eating those fucking shit ass ribs.
Yeah. I
can't imagine, unless I'm reheating them in a pot of boiling water, I don't see how they could be edible, dude. Reheated dry ribs.
The last time I tried them was when they had, I think it was a Shiner barbecue ribs. And
I'll drink the sauce.
Not even that could save it. It was just.
I hadn't eaten all day. Me and my girl were like, let's go eat. Went to Chili's. I hadn't eaten all day, so I got that plate, the choose three. So I did the ribs, brisket quesadillas, and the honey chipotle crispers.
No lie, I think that's exactly what I got the night that we went. The other two things were fine. The brisket quesadilla was just like roast beef, not really brisket, but the quesadillas are fire. And then
I finished everything else.
Yeah,
and you were down the street from me, and you didn't go say hi. Horrible.
Down the street from you? The fuck? Oh, at work.
You work Sundays?
I forgot there's a Sprouts near the Chili's in
Oh, you went yesterday?
Yeah, I went yesterday. And then I'm sitting there and she orders a steak. She's like, the girl asks her, how do you want your steak done? And she says, well done. I looked at her, I was like,
well, I'm sorry for your loss, Brandon. It's okay. There's plenty of fish in the sea, dude. You'll find someone.
What?
You'll be okay.
No, she usually gets medium rare. I was like,
well done. Sirloin is crazy work, dude.
And she's like, because she also does bartending and serving on the side. And that someone had ordered it one time. They said it was super good. They were really happy with their food. And she's like, I wanted to try it. I was like, you're not going to like it. Dude, the first bite I saw her take, she was chewing that motherfucker for 5 minutes.
Dude, you know what? You've seen those training tools that people chew on to strengthen their jaw.
Literally just
narrows their neck. She's 2 for 1, dude. She might be genius. She's getting her fucking daily protein, sustenance, and a jaw workout. Perfect.
I'm good.
Now he got, I didn't even know that fucking Chili's had real ribeyes. I thought it was gonna be like the ribeyes you get at the carniceria where it's paper thin. But no, it was an actual ribeye, probably I don't know, it wasn't huge, 10 ounces maybe.
Full of those fucking GMOs injected with fucking.
I need those. Those are cost efficient. Yeah, dude. I need hormones in my beef because it's cheaper. Thank you.
The only time I don't need that is when I'm at the fucking buffet. Let me eat 7 plates. I don't need to get full off of one.
I don't need filler.
Dude, I bought this ground beef. It was $18 for a pound. I know.
Ground beef or ground person? Jesus Christ, dude! I wouldn't pay that for
crazy, right? Crazy for a pound.
Ground dinosaur beef.
Crazy for a pound. Made put that with some pasta and a cheese blend, and dude,
expensive as ground beef, and then
just to do that. That's why I made some hamburger helper.
Yes, it was for a meal prep. It was for a fucking meal prep.
$18 this week. What was it? 99% lean, 1% fat.
Yeah, it was
$18 is insane, bro.
Fucking grass-fed Wagyu.
good.
At that point, you could have just bought a ribeye.
It was so fucking good though.
Fuck meal prep. That's crazy.
I'm
here at HEB today, like, because they have the Hill Country Fair ground beef now. The 80-20 was like $25 for 5 pounds. Like, I'll take that. And this guy's doing the opposite.
Fuck that.
I just wanted to try it. Damn. Fucking.
Well, you're an idiot. Everybody on the internet, all 42 people that are going to see this are going to agree with us. You know what is good that I will pay extra for, because there is a difference. The fucking, you ever buy HEB Wagyu when they have like, first of all, it's like $25 for 6 ounces of the fajita, but it's so fucking good, dude. That is worth it. If you're being bougie and you're just going to eat one meal.
The only Wagyu that I have is in my dreams.
Nah, dude, you can get American Wagyu pretty cheap compared to like Japanese fucking A5, which you can get at fucking Sam's, I think.
Like a simple pack, what, like the last time I saw it, $14?
Yeah, I'll stick to my fried bologna sandwiches. I'm good.
Joseph's over here fucking, it's a fly in here. I'm about to punch it, dude. Joseph's in here fucking eating potted meat. We're talking about fucking Wagyu like I can afford it. I paid $50 for a brisket 3 weeks ago. Still recovering.
Joseph's in the warehouse eating Vienna sausages so nobody sees him.
He's at Sprouts where they sell ground elk and shit, and he's eating Vienna sausages all sad in the stockroom.
Barbecue Vienna sausages.
He stole 2 fucking snap peas and nearly got fired.
It's all right. It is what it is.
Dude, you want to hear something funny? So, new hire at the DG. We're up in our game.
I was going to say something, but I can't get canceled. They're not famous yet.
Yeah, you can't. Shane did it. They weren't famous when he said what he said, but he got canceled later. So, let's get a highlight reel going. But I hired this new girl. Super chill, very nice, very good. She's going to be the next Dollar General All-Star. She was born, hold for the fuck, in 2007, dude.
Damn, I was close.
2007. We were like, she was like, yeah. I was like, wait, what year were you?
We were 17.
Doing the math. I was like, I was already a piece of shit. I was already drinking, like going out all night, every night, smoking like crazy. So I was like, what the fuck, dude? I'm just going to start hiring people older than me and nobody else. If I get fired for ageism, I don't care. I want to feel better about myself. I'm going to start hiring people that were born in the 70s.
Speaking of ageism, the day that this episode comes out will be 18 years ago that we moved in together.
Isn't that nuts, dude?
That's pretty fucking crazy.
That's hurt my feelings. Fuck
18 years ago, bro.
Speaking of ism, and I'm not talking about Brandon's autism. Oh, wait. Did I ever tell you guys the story about the time that I was racially profiled? Literally one of the only times I've ever been like, God damn, that's racist. We were on vacation 2 or 3 years ago, and like, there's corner stores and stuff, but you're paying extra premium for convenience out there in the middle of nowhere. And we needed like flour or some shit. So I was like, I'll just go to the next town. It's only 15 miles. They have like an old school general store where you could possibly buy groceries at a reasonable price. And so I go in, I find what I'm looking for. I get to the register, and the ladies are talking about like the little pies they have for sale or whatever. Oh no, so-and-so makes them. And I'm just standing there waiting, like, I don't care. I'm in no rush. And then I don't remember, I think they were trying to say cheesecake or some shit, but the cashier, older,
cheesecake,
super white lady, she looked exactly like the lady for Hell or High Water. So what don't you want at the restaurant? The old bet. And she's talking to the customer, and then she turns to me, looks me dead in my eyes, dude, straight in my soul.
Hola.
How do you say that in Spanish? I was like, I'm holding a bunch of stuff. I was like, how the fuck would I know? And they both just looked at each other, looked at me like, and just kept going. I was like, wait, how the fuck? It's fucked with me since then. 3 years later, I'm still trying to figure out how she knew. It's like, damn, dude, like, I don't have a nopal. It's like, fuck, I'm not even wearing a gold nugget ring or a fat bracelet with my last name on it. How did she know?
Apparently, I sound Mexican.
Like, I hadn't said anything to anybody, so that wasn't it. But you do sound super Mexican. You got the Valley fucking accent, bro.
I don't understand how. I feel like I don't talk like a
Say
dumbass. Chicago.
All right,
he sounds like a non-Bissar kid.
Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
I was in a Call of Duty lobby. Shut up, Duty lobby. And no, like someone, no, it wasn't even racist like that. Like, they were being cool. They're like, oh, like, where are you from? Like, you sound Mexican. And
you sound like ethnic.
I was like, before I said anything, I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, wait,
That's
you
not
know,
a
I'm
Mexican.
like, how did you know? And they told me, like, well, dude, you sound like a
I
Mexican.
just said, how did he know? That's how they
and
knew.
I was
dude.
like, what the fuck? And I was like, genuinely, like, guys, chill. Like, listen, like, hear me out. Like, what makes me sound like that? Ever since then, I don't know.
Nah,
It's
yeah,
really
you know what I
messed with
mean?
me.
Dude, I hadn't said shit. Just looking at me, she knew I was Mexican. It's like, how the fuck did she know? I wasn't wearing a soccer jersey. I wasn't wearing cleats. It's just normal dude.
Not like me when I went to, I think I was in
I wasn't
Oklahoma.
wearing cleats.
I had my white Magellan with the fucking Mexican flag on the back. Walked into the casino, only Mexican in the place. Everyone was looking at me like, "What the fuck?"
I would have jumped
like,
in
oh,
with
dude, I'm
them
gonna
to
get
beat you up.
deported, and I'm a fucking U.S. citizen, and I'm gonna get deported.
Good luck with that one. End up like Dick and Jane, just get deported. Can't talk after get beat up.
I mean,
I would have beat you up just for wearing that stupid ass shirt, though. To be honest,
Just for the shirt.
whatever.
Like, I'm a U.S. citizen. That's not why we're here.
wearing the wrong
take it
colors,
off.
boy.
Take it off. Show me your nipples.
But have you guys ever like that?
just a bunch of
Brandon
old
is a good example. But have you guys ever actually experienced racism?
Yeah.
Like, how bad was it? Scale of 1 to 10. 1
I
being
opened
not that bad, 10 being just like obvious, like
There was a
super lynching or some bullshit.
there was a girl that I dated, that she couldn't tell
Andrea?
her dad that her and I were together
Edit this out.
because he hated and still to this day hates Mexicans. And
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
still
even
has the
Mexican, I'm
Confederate
Hispanic.
I
flag
wonder
up.
who it could have been.
He still has the Confederate flag, nice and proud.
No, I don't know.
He does.
Hanging in his garage.
It's still there. I saw it the other day.
Still is crazy. You make it seem like it should have gone somewhere. Those
I
colors
mean,
don't run.
Fucking
He's a
damn,
history
bro.
buff, okay? He has it because of history.
no.
How many
it's
tiki torches are in
not.
his yard?
It's just weird because in our neighborhood, there's a lot of like Hispanic people that live here.
A
And
bunch.
he'll just he'll just leave the garage door open, just full on Confederate America, and just
And
like,
that was the other thing I
Hey,
don't understand.
but he
will
doesn't do anything.
he'll literally fucking sit in his garage, watch TV and drink beer, and it's like, bro, you have no AC out here. Like, go
I
sit
don't
in your
need
house and watch
AC.
TV. Like,
My
what the fuck?
cigarette
He wants
puff
to-
is
dude.
my AC.
Old white dudes love to be mad. He wants to sit outside and see Mexicans going by so he can get angry. It fucking fuels him, dude. They live off of spite. They're watching Fox News just to be pissed off.
Every time I
They're
see him
trying to
walking
fight
outside,
black
he's just
kids at the
walking
fucking
slower and
grocery
slower,
store.
so-
It's
At this
their
point, I
state
just
life.
want to know if he cuts his own grass or not.
No,
That's all I'm curious about.
he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Even worse.
He's
Jesus
hired
Lawn
the
Care.
only
Shout
white lawn care company in the fucking
Shout
state.
out Jesus Lawn Care. Guy cuts like half.
See,
of this
he's trying to
neighborhood.
put us in our place. I'm telling you.
Who's us, dude? You're American. Relax.
I said I'm
American,
Hispanic.
I'm Hispanic, but I'm American.
Joseph's just like, no, us. Like, calm down. You
I
work
get
at
paid in
Sprouts, dude. You're the
dollars.
furthest from a gardener you can get. Unless they
paid
make
in
you do
dollars.
landscaping at Sprouts, then that's fucked up.
I actually did have to go kill the weeds in the parking lot.
Joseph applied there thinking it was a lawn care company, but it turned out to be a bougie grocery store.
He's
Yeah, I
watching
showed
the
up,
training
you know.
videos. He's like, wait.
Oh, I thought we were gonna go do grass. Showed up in a long sleeve fucking shirt.
I did, bro. A
big-ass
long
hat
sleeve fucking, shirt that I got at Walmart, some blue jeans,
with
and
the
some
all
fucking
black
old
eye
boots.
protection that aren't sunglasses, but Mexicans wear them
I
like
was
they are
ready, bro.
sunglasses.
I even had my safety vest and everything. And I got there and they're like, "Sir, I don't
Safety vest.
I
The
don't think you
fucking long
understand."
sleeve Magellan shirt is fucking like the safety yellow. You're
Well,
good. You
I
got it.
can't afford Magellan yet.
Fuck.
I'm talking about like
Wearing
the
the high
high
vis.
dollar long sleeve at
I
Walmart.
gotta be able to
That's what I
lift
got.
50-pound boxes. What kind of Mexican work is this?
Yeah, no shit.
And
To
I
be
was like,
fair,
okay, so where's the weed eater? And they're like, no, here's your box cutter. Wait, what?
like a year ago, my area director took me to another Dollar General to work with a different area director's manager, like try to just work side by side, show him the ropes and shit. And while we're there, me and my area director is in fact Mexican. I'm Hispanic. The other guy's white. The manager that I'm helping train is fucking half Asian, half white. And they're like doing some landscaping, like they're putting rocks along the side of the parking lot and using like rock glue. Like, yeah, you guys want to help us out? So they're like, I guess. Fucking fish and water. We just get the rake. We're fucking cooking, We look up, they stop, they're just standing there watching us. Like, hey, wait a minute, you motherfuckers finessed us. Invite the 2 Mexicans over here and then just like magically be doing landscaping while we're here. Weird. And then they just watched us do it, dude. But I mean, to be fair, we did it and it looked great.
It's in the
I guess
blood.
that's the second time I experienced true racism.
It's generational. Nah, I think I honestly don't care about like people being racist towards me. I'm not gonna be like, whoa, fucking say it again. But like I just ignore, walk away, whatever. But I held the door open for this lady going to a coffee shop, and she said, "Thanks, dirt boy." And I was like, what? She just walked away. I just went inside. I didn't give a fuck.
She said, thanks, dear boy.
Dirt boy.
Are you sure she said that?
Yes.
That's insane.
100%. 100,000 million.
I would have tripped that
she
bitch.
said that.
How did she know you, though? You are dirt.
I mean, I'm.
Nah, dude, that's crazy.
I would have tripped her. I don't give a fuck how old she is.
I would have pushed her back inside, close the door, or outside, whichever direction she was going.
I don't care.
Make her go back
and
through
slam the door on her face.
That's crazy. I've never been called a slur.
I know. I just made a face. I was like,
I'm pretty sure those ladies that asked me how to say cheesecake or whatever in Spanish, in their minds threw a couple fucking slurs out there, but I just looked at them like, what?
Okay, hold on.
She was really old.
Brandon, how do you say cheesecake in Spanish?
Cheesecake. She's probably, I don't know. She's probably in hospice now. I'm telling you, when that lady was old, she was old, bro. She's in hospice for sure.
Yeah. Well, she's going to end up in hell anyway, so what's the difference?
Yep.
She's going to end up in a room that looks a lot like Joseph's pod setup.
I'm back in the cave.
And her torture? Being a fucking cave that's on fire, but with a bunch of dudes like Brandon.
I hope she's in hospice and all of her nurses are Hispanic.
They probably
Bienvenidos, ma'am. She's just like...
Not the nurses, the CNAs. The nurses are Filipinos. But the CNAs are definitely Mexican.
Yeah, the ones wiping their ass and shit.
Cafeteria. Anyway, now that we've gotten race off the board of topics,
Tires season 3.
Just want to go the light little subject to start us off. Football. Broncos won their first preseason game. It was fucking handy. Fucking Falcons are trash, confirmed. Who did the Cowgirls play?
Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks.
17-7.
We won
17-7 Cowboys.
Yeah. How's your dad doing? Is he still upset? Preseason.
Losing to the Cowboys is never good. Him during the game.
Fucked up. We were watching it. We were watching it. Not even like 2 minutes into the first quarter, my mom, Joe, there's a leak in the ceiling. Oh. Yeah, and I saw him. He just closed his eyes. He gets up. Rest of the game, he was, yeah.
Damn.
We had to put some pans out and stuff. I missed a good part of the game too. So,
well, better to find these problems now than in the regular season. But yeah, I was not that there's anything wrong with my TV, but I was looking at TVs, and I honestly might cheap out and get one of those Roku QLED TVs.
Do it, bro.
Just to see.
Get the Apple.
I have
TV.
the Chrome TV. Google, it works great.
I'm going to get an Apple TV because
it
with the
4K,
Apple TV, I can use my Apple headphones and I can just be there in bed with my headphones and I can hear the TV through my headphones.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of cool, but I don't know if I would ever use that.
Yeah, the box has Bluetooth. You can do that. They tried to pair to my headphones and my tablet. I was doing something on my tablet last night, watching a movie. So, I mean, I already have that problem fixed. So I might do $250 for like a 55-inch QLED.
Bro, fuck that. At that point, you got to go 85.
The 85 is like $1,100.
Oh, shit.
Wait, it's going to be in your living room? In your living room?
No, in my office. Fuck the living room.
Oh, in your office?
I have a TV in my living room that we bought. Never watch it. They're watching fucking, I would guarantee you, Weather in Another State probably right now or something stupid.
Bro, 65 inches is plenty for that room.
I live in the tomb, bro.
Says the guy that wanted a 100-inch fucking TV for his bedroom 7 months ago.
65 inches in my bedroom on flashbang every fucking night, and the brightness
What do
is
you
down.
think I tried telling you back then?
We told you this. I'm gonna get a 55, nothing too crazy in here. Because the one I have, Joseph, it's the one I got at Best Buy like in 2015 or whatever the fuck it was. I had this TV for years. It's a fucking 42-inch Vizio.
Yeah.
1080p. Like, it still works great.
This TV from 1990, Joseph, this LG is still in here.
Dude, I'm just going to get an old flat screen
that LG is a fucking old
projection TV.
No way, this shit is not an OLED. Bro, OLED wasn't even a thing with this fucking TV.
He said old head.
Yeah.
An old head TV, dude.
You didn't hear it right.
Dude, I'm going to go buy a fucking plasma, like an 06, 07 plasma that weighs about 300 pounds. I'm going to try that. No, Brandon, stay exactly like that. Record the rest of the pod like that. Dude.
Fucking Wilson over here.
Fucking howdy ho there, neighbor. That's fun. But
no,
yeah,
man.
I want to get a new TV in the tomb so I can really lock in and watch Broncos games. Because I realized there's a huge difference in 1080p full screen compared to fucking this one was like 20 whatever 60. Watching the pool match, bro. I need a better TV in here. Because I have a 4K in the living room, I just never get to look at it. So I'm gonna get one.
Well, see, then at that point, the one that you have,
like
the one you have in your office right now, you can take that outside whenever you're.
No, dude, exactly. It's set in the garage and just take it outside, in and out, or put it in my bedroom because I don't have a TV in my bedroom. I want a TV for every room. Restroom, there's a mirror, but I can put it above the toilet and I'll watch it in the mirror.
Don't be a bitch.
Gotta get it figured out. Well, I'm gonna mount it to the mirror
straight in front of you. Yes,
can't mount it to the mirror. The fuck am I gonna drill through that?
No, get one like, on a stand. You can put it on a fucking stand, or get an arm.
The one I have in here is on an arm, 180 degree swivel and shit extends. Christy's gonna be very unhappy with you two. Josh is gonna come over. We're just gonna we can't even really have to pause the YouTube video. We just move.
Dude, just wait for someone to go over and they'll be like, "Yo, you have a TV, dude. This is badass." You're gonna be like, you're gonna look at Christy and be like,
"Told you, fucking told you."
Hey, your birthday's coming up. Perfect timing.
2 months. But yeah, Walmart TVs, $280. I'll take it, or $250, whatever it was. Perfect.
Yeah, man.
I did shop for RAM. If anybody out there is feeling generous, please go to my GoFundMe so I can upgrade my PC.
Facebook Marketplace.
Dude, it's all fucking bullshit up here. The same pictures posted like 5 different people.
They sell fast.
And then the real ones sell fast. So I'm not getting scammed. I'm just going to hold out. Newegg had some Corsair for like $210. I'm just going to hold out until I get the one I want. And then I'm just going to afterpay it.
I was looking at because like, you know how when your birthday's coming up, you get all the emails like, oh, like you can, you get this free, whatever. So my birthday is the day that this comes out. So I was like, all right, my day off, go to Denny's, get a free Grand Slam or whatever. And then I think Shipley's gives out a donut. And I started looking at the other ones and it's like discounts. And I was like, no, hold on.
Yeah, dude,
what happened to the free shit?
Exactly. Because that last year I was like, where can we go? What can we do? They were all like, oh, happy birthday, get 10% off. I was like, 10% off, this is like $8. Hook a brother up.
Afterpay limit.
God damn, dude. How often do you use Afterpay?
Afterpay the world, bro.
This guy's gonna fucking get a house on Afterpay.
Or another
Afterpay a mortgage. That's nuts. I think mine's only like $1,300. My Affirm,
mine's like $12.
Now we're talking, bro. My Affirm jumped, but I'm really having to be careful to not use it because I think my balance on Affirm right now is like $400, and most of it is my phone.
Affirm is more expensive though.
It is. It can be. The interest is slightly higher, especially because Afterpay is just like, yeah, whatever, bro. And Affirm run it every time. But
yeah, I'll still stick to my fried bologna sandwiches.
PayPal Pay in 4. It's tough. It's tough out here for a pimp, bro.
Yeah.
But Afterpay, I want to be like Brandon. I'm gonna build that bitch up to like $5,000.
Brandon will probably be like at 60,000 getting a fucking Lexus or something at that point.
Did you Afterpay your Rolex?
No. I would.
Where is a Rolex? We haven't seen it. we gotta throw it into an episode.
He rented it.
The fuck? Where'd it go?
So not only
I guess my girlfriend.
Not only is it mine and Ryan's 18-year anniversary moving in together.
Whoa, relax. Pause.
Hey,
Brandon has a question.
No, I was refocusing my shitty $5 fucking camera with 80 filters on it.
Well, that's what happens when you use your work
720p.
discount your employee discount at work to get a fucking camera, Brandon.
Hey, $375.
For the record, I have not done that for someone that does watch this podcast. I did not do
that. Brandon uses employee discount at the Dollar General to buy a camera.
No, I did not.
Just Afterpay it, bro. Fuck. But anyways,
I mean, I am. There's a good webcam on the TikTok shop, the eMeet.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm going to get.
We need you to use your Afterpay to get our ghost sending equipment.
Just ghost.
We're getting closer.
I built Afterpay getting all these computer parts.
Bro, just get me an Omega Speedmaster. I want the emerald green one. You seen it, Joseph? Brandon? Anybody?
Just get just go with Citizen. An automatic Ciosa, like 500.
Be straight one time in your life, bro.
Have you seen that Ciosa line?
Yeah,
Dude,
I have.
Sick watches, bro.
Dude. Today's episode brought to you by our lovely partner, Dubby. Go to dubby.gg for all your energy drink needs, and you can use promo code Stim City for 10% off your order. Dubby, zero sugar, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes, no secrets, no hidden ingredients, and gluten-free. It's got everything you need to get locked in. It's got your vitamins, your caffeine, delicious flavors you're not going to find anywhere else, and all for less than about $1 per drink. That's cheaper than all the canned garbage you've been buying off the shelves. And the best part, made in the USA. America, baby. Do yourselves a favor. Be better with Dubby. Go to dubby.gg today. Use promo code STIMCITY for 10% off your order. You'll love it just as much as we do. Get yourself a shaker. Get yourself some delicious flavors. Dubby.gg, promo code STIMCITY for 10% off your order. And now back to the episode. They're all beautiful, but give me this one right here.
Dude, that's a beautiful
So
fucking
hot.
watch.
I don't even
bro.
like gold, bro, but I would wear that.
Afterpay.
You're
Or the
burying
gator,
me in that bitch.
like get that gator belly,
taking
bro.
that with me to the grave.
But dude, Omega, they're beautiful, dude. Is this the one? No, that's not the one. I'll take that one right there. That's perfect. It's only $10K, dude. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
only.
Be a bitch.
So fuck.
Only.
Brandon
Dude.
can Afterpay that.
This one's $51,600. Like, come on. Gold is expensive, bro.
All right, that 10,000, we'll put the 6,000.
If we put our
down and then-
afterpays together, both of our firms, Klarna,
And the
we might
change from
have
my
it.
cup holder. We got this.
Gets a change from the couch cushions. But now, shout out Omega if you want to sponsor the pod.
Get a Rolex
I
sponsorship,
couldn't
guys.
even
come
get
on.
a fucking response from Dude
Oh,
Wipes,
man.
which reminds me, fuck Dude Wipes.
Fuck Dude Wipes.
Omega's gonna reach out like, yo, Rolex is gay. Here's
You know
a
what?
Speedmaster.
There is a rollback on Dude Wipes at Walmart. I could have saved $2. You know what I did? I didn't buy the fucking Dude
Buy
Wipes.
Equate.
I
Fuck
bought
Dude
my
Wipes.
Equate wipes, and I was like, you know what? Fuck you, Dude Wipes.
Fuck Dude Wipes. I stand by it.
Oh man. Well,
all right.
boys,
So you know how we're all really smart
what?
and like I would consider us all Sherlock Holmes level intelligent. Joseph has a brilliant idea. What'd you bring to the table today, Giuseppe?
So our lovely producer found something for us to try. I don't know if it's more of a torture thing or just because the
For
three
me,
of
it's
us are
gonna
so
be, dude.
stupid.
Okay. I
They've
think that
seen
was
us play-
between you.
they've seen
That
us
was for
play trivia.
you and her. That was for you and her.
The
not
three of us are so
for the
stupid that
podcast.
this is going to be painful, but I'm sure the people watching us are going to love this.
Brandon, what if this was like a date night idea? She's like, we should do this. And Joseph's like, yeah, for the pod. She's like, no, I wanted to play.
No,
Now
she
she's gonna watch
specifically
us
said it was
play.
for the podcast. She
Just gonna be like,
specifically
all right,
found this
guys.
for the
You got your handcuffs.
Yo,
I do.
as a matter of fact, Adam and Eve sent me an email.
They're here.
Birthday discount.
Thank you. So we're gonna play an unsolved case file,
Yeah.
We already caught a case. Look at that.
and we're gonna do the free case file because I'm on that fried bologna budget. So we're
you get AI to read this to us?
It was Adrian.
Oregon State Police.
It was Adrian. He's not a victim.
This is a lot of information.
Yeah, you got to read, bro. I told you.
So the victim was Adrian Vance, age 58, principal architect at Vance Atelier, designer and owner of the Glass House Residence.
Versace.
Date of death was Saturday, March 7th, 2026. He fell from the third floor gallery balcony to the entry hall floor, found at the base of the atrium at 11:48 p.m. Location was at the Vance residence above the Columbia River Gorge, Hood River County in Oregon.
George. It's a gorge. Real place. Shout out Hood River County.
Oh, I did say George, right? My bad.
Yeah.
Cause of death was massive trauma consistent with a fall of approximately 34 feet onto polished concrete. The balcony's glass and steel railing failed at the moment of the fall. The manner of death is the entire question of this case. Accident, self-inflicted, or homicide. Does anybody want to take a guess right now?
It was a Nubaki.
It better be a homicide. I swear to God, if this was fucking self-inflicted, I'm
even going to go as far as saying it could be an accident.
Nah, we wouldn't be doing a murder case if it wasn't a murder, bro.
Hey, you don't know that it's a murder.
It was a homicide.
It's an open cold case.
I'll show you a cold case. That's where you get the baloney from.
So who wants to be Detective Sergeant Renata Cole?
We're not doing this right now.
No? So the status is open. There's 6 persons of interest, all present at Verre, the night of the fall. Note for the file, there is no weapon to trace and no intruder to find. The only physical actor in this death is a railing that should not have failed. And the only real question is who arranged for it to fall. And whether the man who went over it was pushed, jumped, or simply leaned on something he trusted. 2 of those answers are not crimes. One is. The difference between them is written in steel, in paint, and in what each of these 6 people knew before they were never asked.
What?
Okay, we'll read through the synopsis real quick. So, Adrian Vance built Verre to be seen through a 3-story glass cube braced by an exposed steel skeleton. Its showpiece, a cantilevered gallery balcony overlooking the atrium. I mean, fucking talk about money. The balcony's railing is Vance's own signature detail. Panels of structural glass clamped into a steel top rail anchored to the floor by 6 bolted base plates. Holy fuck, say that 10 times fast.
You barely said it once real slow.
I know, barely.
Fumbled
On the night of March 7th, during a small private dinner marking the sale of the house, Vance went over that railing. 1 base plate had been loosened to the point of failure. Under a sudden load, the rail rotated outward and released him. The loosening was not sudden and was not weather. It was done by hand, with the correct tool, by someone who understood exactly which of the 6 plates carried the load.
It's a lot of conjecture.
Whether Vance leaned, was pushed, or threw himself, the rail had already been made ready to let him die. The investigation turns on who prepared it and on the one thing the preparer could not have known they were getting wrong. You spent 11 years of okay. I mean, I don't know if we really need the background for the dinner, but
yes,
might be important, bro. You don't know.
You do.
So he spent 11 years.
I read it.
The key here is Vance stood to clear his debts and lose the only building he ever loved. His will, unchanged since 2021, leaves the house design copyrights and his atelier to a beneficiary. The file identifies below. So
that's this is your gift for episode 30, people listening to 2 grown men struggle to read. Happy 30th.
This is a 30th episode and my 36th birthday.
Hit the fucking button.
Fuck your birthday.
So Daniel.
Yeah, that's a good one. Joseph already hates this person just from
Daniel
the last name.
Okonkwo.
Where's he from, Joseph? Why are you so mad? Why do you hate him?
I know, I don't. I just couldn't pronounce it. So Daniel Okonkwo, 54, the structural engineer who made Vance's impossible cantilevers. God damn it, fuck. Stanford, 20 years. Engineer of record for Verre, brilliant, underpaid, and increasingly bitter as Vance took the magazine covers and the credit. Quietly dropped from the film's last 3 commissions. I feel like I should zoom in on this a little bit.
Bro did all the hard work and fucking got jacked.
There we go.
Marcus Reyes, business partner. Marcus Reyes, 56. Vance's business partner of 22 years. The money and contracts, half of Vance Atelier. Countersigned every drawing revision the firm issued, including the 2025 set. Personally guaranteed one of the 2 mortgages on Verre and stood to be made whole. And then some. So these rich people make money off everything, bro. It's pissing me off. Only if Monday's sale closed clean. Claire Donovan, protege architect. Claire Donovan, 33, the gifted young architect who drafted nearly half of Verre under Vance's direction and received none of the credit. Vance promised her a named partnership for a decade and never delivered. Talented, exhausted, and quietly furious, her portfolio begins at architecture school. It does not mention the 2 years before she spent as a drafting technician in a Portland structural engineering office. They're leading us to her, but it wasn't her. Women poison dudes. They're not fucking undoing a rail to watch him fall to his death. I don't know.
Sophie Vance was
I just rolled my wheel like it was going to scroll.
The estranged daughter. Sophie Vance, 29, Adrian's only child, estranged for 2 years after he chose to pour the last of the family money into Rene rather than into anything resembling a relationship. Sole heir to his estate, which, after the sale clears his debts, amounts mostly to the design copyrights and a modest residue. Came to the dinner, she says, to make peace.
Modest residue sounds like Brandon's prom night.
Jesus.
Helena Fisher, buyer's representative of Lautrec. Helena Fisher, 47, acquisitions director for the Lautrec Hospitality Group. There to walk Vera a final time before Monday's closing. Cool, precise, and entirely transactional. Wanted the building, had no issue, whatever, for the architect, alive or dead. Or had no use.
There you go.
Dang, I can't read now either. This shit's contagious. What the fuck just happened? We'll let Brandon read this one since it's...
Why does she have to be Hispanic or Mexican?
Which one are we reading?
Full fucking circle.
See, Brandon's back in fucking grade school. He doesn't even know where we are in the fucking paragraph.
No, because you guys are reading it and I'm just going ahead.
No. You're reading Rosa.
Sorry. Oh.
Rosa
Iglesias, 61. Vance's housekeeper for 9 years. The one person who knew every drawer and habit of Vera, including where the service tools were kept. Loyal, observant, and about to be unemployed Monday when the house changed hands. Found the body, knew the house, intimately as a home. Her husband, a retired ironworker, spent 2 seasons on the crew that raised Vera's steel skeleton, and 9 years of his shop talk about it crossed her kitchen table. What?
She needs more lemon pledge.
No. Mr. Superman, no home. Yeah, I don't know, dude. None of them, I mean, all of them obviously stand out. They're going to fucking give us all, like, everybody's got something to gain other than Helena Fisher. But, I mean, technically she does.
Mine is on Marcus.
Nah. It says the housekeeper's the only one who knew where their tools were, but I guarantee you anybody could have fucking found tools.
It has to be someone that knows about it. So, so it's either Daniel, Marcus, or Claire.
Yeah, I lean towards Sophie being completely innocent. She doesn't give a fuck. They're strange. There's not much money in it.
Mm-mm.
Claire, I don't know if it's possible, but it's got to be a Quanquo. I mean,
Helena doesn't gain anything from this guy being dead or alive.
No. Yeah. I mean, I know Rosa's going to be upset because she's losing her job, but it has to be one of the first 3.
The angry Latina. Let's just go there first.
She ran out of lemon pledge?
No.
Go for Brennan.
The glass house. So this is the story. Adrian Vance built his own monument and then watched the bank take the lease on it. Vera, French for glass, rose over the Columbia River Gorge across 11 years. A 3-story... What?
You said
gorge.
It's gorge.
Gorge, my bad.
Both of you.
A 3-story cube of structural glazing hung on a black steel exoskeleton, so transparent that on a clear night the lights of the valley seemed to pass straight through the house as though it were not there. Architecture critics called it the most important American house in a generation. Vance called it the only honest thing he had ever made. He was 58, twice bankrupt, 3 times married, and entirely incapable of building anything modest, and the house that made his name had quietly eaten his fortune down to the studs. The centerpiece of air was the atrium, a column of open air 3 stories tall, crossed at the top by a slender gallery balcony that Vance used as his drafting lot. The balcony had no visible supports. It cantilevered out into space, and its railing was the detail every magazine photographed. Sheets of clear structural glass held in a hand-forged steel top rail, anchored to the balcony floor by 6 steel-based plates, each bolted down and then capped so that no fastener was ever visible. A railing should hold the weight of 10 men, and it looked like it isn't there, Vance told an interviewer in 2019. Mine holds 20. He was not exaggerating about the design. He was, it would turn out, fatally wrong about its condition. By the winter of 2026, Vance had run out of room to maneuver. He had mortgaged Veer twice and missed payments on both. In February, cornered, he signed a sale agreement with the Lautrec Hospitality Group, which intended to carve the open interior into 14 boutique suites to fill his atrium with floors. The sale would clear every debt he had and leave him at 58 with nothing he wanted to keep. The closing was set for Monday, March 9th. On the Saturday before, Vance hosted a small dinner at the house, ostensibly a farewell to Veer, and invited the 6 people whose lives had tangled most tightly with his.
God damn, maybe this fucking sad bastard did commit suicide.
I think it might have been because suicide. He designed it. He said, "I knew the fasteners. It holds the strength of 20 men." He made sure to say that. So they ride like between 7:30
or 20 of me.
Brandon.
Like, how does that work?
Press the fucking button. They arrived between 7:30 and 7:45, headlights sweeping the long gravel drive, each logged by a single camera mounted on the gate, the only camera Vance permitted anywhere near the house. His business partner, Marcus Reyes, came first. Nice. Carrying the closing documents in a leather folio and the grievance he had carried for years. His protege, Claire Donovan, the young architect who had drafted half a year without credit, arrived next. Then Daniel Okonkwo, the structural engineer who had made Vance's possible cantilevers stand up, and who had been quietly cut out of the firm's last 3 commissions. Then Vance's estranged daughter, Sophie Vance, who had not set foot in the house in 2 years. Then the buyer's representative, Helena Fisher of Lautrec, there to walk the property one last time before closing. And last, Vance's housekeeper of 9 years, Rosa Iglesias, who had agreed to stay through the dinner through her employment like everything else, ended Monday. Dinner ran from 8 until a little after 9 in the glass dining room off the atrium. By every account, it was tense and elaborately polite. Vance drank steadily and talked too much about the house, about light, about what Lautrec would destroy. Twice he toasted the last honest building in America. Once near the end, he said something that several guests remembered differently afterward. Either, "I won't be here to see them ruin it," or "I won't see them ruin it." A sentence whose exact words would matter enormously because one version sounds like a man planning to be elsewhere and the other like a man planning not to be alive. After dinner, the party broke apart. People drifted to the wine cellar, the terrace, the lower gallery, and the kitchen. For roughly half an hour, no 2 accounts of who was there fully agree, and the house, dark and open and silent, kept none of its usual secrets because Vance had never let it keep any. At 11:46 p.m., the atrium filled with the sound of breaking glass and a single heavy impact, and then nothing. Rosa Iglesias, nearest the entry hall, found him first. Adrian Vance on the polished concrete at the bottom of his own atrium. The gallery. This guy committed suicide. Press the fucking button, bro. He committed suicide. There was no weapon, no intruder. The gate camera was unambiguous. The 6 dinner guests were the only living souls Vier had held that night. And there was a railing designed by the dead man to hold 20 people that had let go beneath one. She found that 5 of the 6 anchor bolts were torqued exactly as the drawings demanded. The 6th, the corner plate carrying the greatest share of the cantilever's load, had been backed off until perhaps 2 threads still held. It had not vibrated loose. They had been removed and replaced.
From that moment, the case stopped being about a fall and became about a question with 3 answers, only one of them a crime. Adrian Vance might have loosened the bolt himself and staged a death that would read as an accident, sparing his daughter the word suicide and possibly salvaging an insurance payout the others were counting on. He might have leaned on a railing that someone else had sabotaged, never knowing it had been touched, or he might have been standing at the rail with another person in the dark when the trap was sprung by a pair of hands against his back. 6 people had spent the evening under that roof. Each of them needed Detective Cole to believe a particular one of those 3 stories, and exactly one of them had knelt on the balcony in the preceding days with a wrench and a reason, and had made, in the doing of it, a single mistake that no innocent person at the table could have made.
Dun dun dun.
Who was kneeling on that rail the day before with a wrench? Doom, 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 doom. That's gay. Oh, cool. We have actual evidence. The gallery balcony railing, 3rd floor. 6 steel base plates anchor the glass and steel rail of the balcony slab. 5 plates are torqued to specification. The 6th, the load-bearing corner plate at the outermost point of the cantilever, was backed off to roughly 2 engaged threads. Under a lateral load, the rail rotated outward and the glass pane released from its clamp. The failure was single point and deliberate. The engineer's report states it. could not occur through age, weather, or normal use within the building's lifetime. So for sure it was tampered.
Yeah.
Maybe he did commit suicide. This guy sucks. He's obviously bad with money.
The decorative cap that conceals the corner base plate was found cracked and reseated slightly proud of the floor. In Vance's final 2025 revision, built but never republished in the circulated drawings, the 4 perimeter caps were permanently bonded down with structural epoxy and were never intended to be removed again. Service access was redesigned through the slab from below. The corner cap shows it was pried off from above, breaking the epoxy bond and pressed back into place. Anyone working from the published drawings would believe these caps simply lifted off by hand. Only Vance and the person who signed off on the 2025 revision knew the caps had been sealed.
Who's the person that signed off?
Wasn't it the second dude? The
Marcus.
There
the
you
one
go.
that was on the top right?
So somebody else knew. The housekeeper wouldn't have known. But she knows all the house's intimate secrets.
Yeah, but she wouldn't have known because he said that what was it? The service access was redesigned through the slab from below.
Yeah, but who knows? A 17 millimeter calibrated torque wrench from the house's own service drawer was found wiped clean and returned to the wrong slot. It is the correct and specific tool for these anchor bolts. No prints. The fact the tool came from the house and was returned, not removed, indicates someone knew where it lived and is expected to be searched.
17 millimeter calibrated torque wrench.
Whatever. Small cleaner of structural epoxy, or small cleaner. Where the fuck did that come? A small smear of structural epoxy and a fresh shallow cut were
He's got
recovered.
Rosa on the mind.
It's got a lemon cleaner. From the heel of the right hand of one guest during voluntary examination. Epoxy of this formulation is used in exactly one place at Ver, bonding the sealed perimeter caps. Its presence on a person's hand is consistent with prying a bonded cap loose. The file does not at this stage name whose hand. That determination is left to cross-reference with access and knowledge. What kind of evidence is this? Like, we found a handprint. We found a dirty hand, but we're not going to know whose it is.
But it's there. Vance's drafting table on the balcony held a marked up structural sheet for very stamped revision 2025 with the 4 perimeter caps circled in red and the handwritten note, bonded, access from below only, do not pry. This sheet was not in the set distributed to the firm, the buyer, or the engineer of record. It existed in a single copy on this table in the loft only Vance used.
Or Rosa cleaned. See, so there's some way for people to know this shit. Vance's blood alcohol was elevated but not incapacitating. He could stand and walk, no drugs. His hands bore no defensive injuries and no epoxy. There's nothing on the body to say whether he leaned, was pushed, or jumped. The body is silent on manner. Everything that speaks from the balcony, not the floor. What the fuck kind of stupid sentence is that?
No suicide note was found. Vance's recent messages are despairing about the sale, but contain no statement of intent to die. His after-dinner remark, recorded by guests as either, I won't be here to see them ruin it, or I won't see them ruin it, is ambiguous and is the only utterance anyone offers as evidence of suicidal intent. The discrepancy in wording is itself in evidence, which version a given guest report may reveal which story that guest needs believed. What the flying fuck?
Dude, who wrote this? The gate camera, the only camera at Ver, logs all 6 guests arriving 7:38 to 7:44 p.m. and no entries or exits until the 11:48 p.m. emergency call. The interior has no cameras by Vance's lifelong rule. Who stood where during the post-dinner half hour cannot be reconstructed, and because the railing was sabotaged days before, not that night, does not need to be. The timeline places everyone in the house and excludes the outside world. It cannot, by itself, place a single hand on a single bolt.
So
who wrote this?
I don't know. If it happened at night, the only one that really had access was Rosa.
But it was days before.
And the engineer that signed off on the revision.
Yeah. No one signed off on the revision, though.
They said one other person signed off, but it doesn't say who.
But it wasn't published.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So then it was only the dude that signed off on the revision that knew about it. Because they obviously pried off the epoxy, so they had to know that it was there.
Whoever did it knew about the paper that was in his office. All right. Let's see Okonkwo's statement. Brandon's going to read it in a,
So these are Daniel's statements. I kept Adrian's building standing for 20 years while he took the bows. If I'd wanted him dead, I'd hardly do it by breaking the one railing in America with my name on the calculations. That points at me, not away. Yes, I understand that balcony better than anyone alive. I designed its anchorage. That's precisely why it would be insane for me to be the one to sabotage it. Knowledge cuts both ways, detective. I went up to the loft after dinner, yes, to look at the old girl one last time. I lifted the cap on the corner plate the way I've done 100 times over the years. Force of habit, checking my own work. They lift right off. I put it back. That's the extent of it. Then we have Marcus, the business partner. I needed that sale to close more than anyone in this house. Agent alive and signing on Monday was worth millions to me. Agent dead is a probate nightmare that freezes everything. Look at who profits from the closing, then look at what his death does to it. Yes, I countersigned the revisions, all of them, for 22 years. I signed what the engineers put in front of me. I couldn't tell you which bolt holds that balcony up if you offered me the house for it. That's Daniel's world. Never mind. We fought about money for 2 decades. That's a partnership, not a motive. I'm a creditor, detective. Creditors want the debtor alive and paying.
I mean, he's got a point.
And then Claire Donovan, the protege architect. I drew half this house and my name is on none of it. I have 1,000 reasons to resent Adrian, and not one of them is worth a prison cell. Resentment isn't murder. I designed rooms, light, proportion. The steel is Daniel's domain. I couldn't tell you how that balcony hangs in the air any more than I could rebuild an engine. I trusted it like everyone else did, like Adrian did. He told me at dinner he'd finally put things right, Monday. I thought he meant my credit, my partnership. I left myself hope. Then he went over to that railing and took the promise with him.
Dang.
Maybe it was the structural engineer. So his daughter, Sophie. Everyone's about to tell you the daughter inherits, so the daughter did it. The daughter inherits a pile of debt, some copyrights, and a father she just lost a chance to forgive. Do the math before you do the accusation. I came to make peace. We'd barely begun. 2 years of silence, and I get one dinner before he goes over a railing. If I wanted him gone, I wouldn't have driven 4 hours to finally talk to him. I don't know the first thing about how this house is built. I grew up hating it for taking my father. I never learned its secrets. I just lost him inside it. Yeah, it wasn't.
I'm tended to believe her, dude. She's 29. I wonder if she was hot.
So Helen Fisher, the buyer's rep. We were 48 hours from owning this building cleanly. His death is the single worst thing that could have happened to my deal. It drops the whole purchase into a probate court for a year. I came to close, not to kill the seller. I tour buildings. I don't engineer them. I walk the rooms with a flashlight and a checklist. I have never been on that loft balcony in my life. It wasn't part of the saleable floor area, so it wasn't on my walkthrough. Whatever was wrong with Vance and the people who loved him, that's not my world. To Lautre, he was a signature on a contract. Signatures are easy to get from the living and impossible from the dead.
Yeah, see, her fucking motive is nothing. She actually lost out by him dying.
And then the housekeeper, Rosa. 9 years I kept this house.
Do the accent.
Rosa Iglesias. 9 years I kept this house. I found him on the floor and I will see it every night for the rest of my life. Whatever you think a housekeeper gained from this, I gain a nightmare and lay off. Yes, I know where every tool is in this house lives. I dusted the service drawer 1,000 times, a lot of times. Knowing where a wrench is kept and not the same as knowing what to do with it on that terrible, shitty balcony. I clean steel. I don't know it. Mr. Vance, Mr. Senor was kind to me when no one else in his life was kind to me anymore. I had no reason on earth to harm him. And Monday I lose my position and my home in a bargain?
Dude, you sounded like Jake Gyllenhaal in End of Watch. And you can go to my quinceañera and my cousin's quinceañera?
Dude, clip that, please. We need that forever.
That is the greatest clip. Now go back and do Okonkwo with the Nigerian accent. Come on.
I got you. Go.
No, don't go, dude. Don't go. Nigerians are scary. They'll beat us up for sure.
I kept Adrian's building standing for 20 years.
That's not Nigerian, dude. Go to evidence. That sucked. Comedy.
All right, boys. So we have the structural failure analysis. The consulting engineers report on how and why the railing failed.
Dude, we just read this, didn't we? The cantilevered gallery rail is anchored by 6 base plates, 5 were torqued to spec. The corner plate highest load was deliberately backed off to about 2 engaged threads. Under lateral load, the rail rotated outward and released a glass pane. Single point intentional failure. Excluded causes, not age, not weather, not vibration, not normal use. The report states that the loosening required a calibrated wrench, knowledge of the load path, and deliberate action. Random or accidental loosening of this specific plate is implausible to the point of exclusion.
What the fuck is a calibrated wrench?
Dude, I still don't know. Of the 6 plates, only one carries enough of the cantilever's load that loosening it alone causes failure. Identifying the plate requires reading the structural load path. Specialist engineering knowledge not available from the building's appearance. A layperson loosening a random plate would most likely achieve nothing. 5 of 6 are not load critical. The cap, the corner plate's cap was, per Vance's revision 2025 drawing, permanently epoxy bonded and not removable from above. It was found pried off, bond broken, and reseated. To reach the bolt, the saboteur broke a structural epoxy bond that they apparently did not expect, consistent with someone working from the older pre-2025 drawing in which the caps lift off freely. Sabotage made the rail lethal, but does not reveal whether Van Steen was pushed or jumped. The engineering proves the trap was set by a knowledgeable hand days in advance. That is a good point. They didn't have to have seen the drawing. They could have just thought, oh, it just pops up, and then they had to end up breaking it. So that's fair. A revision Vance drew and built in 2025, but never republished to the firm, the engineer of record, or the buyer. Only one physical copy existed on the drafting table in the loft Vance alone used. 4 perimeter baseplate caps are circled in red with the note bonded, access from below only, do not pry. In the 2025 design, the caps are permanently epoxied, servicing is rerouted through the slab from underneath. This reverses the original detail in which the caps simply lift off by hand. The sealing of the caps was known to 2 people, Vance, who drew it, and the partner who countersigned the 2025 revision, Reyes. Though countersigned does not establish that the signer read or understood the structural detail, it was not known to anyone working from the circulated pre-2025 set, which still shows lift-off caps. The engineer of record was issued the older set. Well, in the previous one, it kind of said that whoever did it didn't know they were sealed, so it still could be Okonkwo. Because he would still be working off the 2025 or pre-2025 drawings. Go for it, Giuseppe.
So access and movements compiled by Detective Sergeant Cole. Fenn's report places the tampering in the days before the dinner, cured epoxy fracture, reseated cap, wiped, and returned tool. Movements for the preceding week and for the night are tabulated below. For Okonkwo, on the balcony twice in the week before, alone, preparing the structural file, the most pre-event access of anyone, possesses the load path knowledge, and that night he went to the loft alone for 10 minutes after dinner, according to his own account. Marcus Reyes, at the house for paperwork but no record of loft access, no structural knowledge, and that night he was in the wine cellar and then the terrace. Partly corroborated. Claire Donovan was in and out of the firm and the house all week. Iglesias recalls her carrying a roll of drawings up to the loft on the Wednesday. Trained for 2 years as a drafting technician in a structural engineering office before architecture school. That night she was in the lower gallery and alone. Sophie Vance was estranged. Gate camera and travel records place her arriving only on the night. No pre-event access at all and no structural knowledge.
So it wasn't her because the statement says they clearly did it days before. So
prior walkthroughs limited to saleable floors, no loft access on record, outsider to the structure, and that night she was in the wine cellar with Reyes.
It wasn't her. We knew that.
And last but not least, our Lily Rosa. Full household access, including the loft for cleaning, and knew the tool's location. Her husband, who was a retired iron worker, worked 2 seasons on the crew that raised Verre's steel frame. That night, she was near the entry hall, and she's also the one that found the body.
I forgot about the husband. It said that there was a lot of stories that went across her fucking dining table or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
She has knowledge of the house, the tools, and she's heard all the bullshit. Maybe she did. But her motive seems the dumbest. Like, you're going to lose your job anyway. Why kill the dude?
I don't think it was her.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
So for the trace evidence, the OSP forensic unit, the corner's cap's broken bond left a residue of cured structural epoxy at the joint, partly transferred when the cap was pried. This epoxy formulation appears at exactly one location in Verre, the bonded perimeter caps per revision 2025. During voluntary examination, a smear of matching cured epoxy and a fresh, shallow cut were recovered from the heel of the right hand of one of the 6 guests. The public file cross-references the interview record rather than repeating the name here.
Well, because it mentions the interview record rather than repeating the name, we know it's not him. Like, I was thinking maybe it could be the body. Like, they didn't say who it was, but maybe like he had a cut and epoxy on his hand.
Yeah.
But they didn't cross-reference an interview because he's dead. They couldn't have interviewed him, so it has to be one of the... So maybe it wasn't suicide. Somebody tampered with it for him.
Examinations were voluntary and several guests were not seen until the following morning. A negative finding is therefore of limited evidentiary weight. Epoxy on the hand proves contact with a bonded cap. It does not alone prove intent or identify which act it served. Trace evidence corroborates. It does not convict in isolation.
Yeah, the epoxy itself, but the shallow cut. That sounds like when someone unexpectedly has to pry something. Communications in a state compiled Okonkwo to Vance March 2nd. Fears an independent structural survey will expose choices that won't survive an independent review. In the gorge side cantilever, Vance. Then let them review. After Monday, it isn't ours to worry about. Fisher to Lautrec HQ March 6th. Confirms an independent structural survey was booked for the week after closing. Vance's death suspends the sale, and with it the survey indefinitely. Reyes to Vance March 5th. Desperate for Monday's sale to close. A personal guarantee rides on it. Donovan to Friend March 6th. Hopes Vance will finally grant her credit Monday. Her leverage depends on him living. We already knew she didn't do it. Sophie to Partner on March 7th. Driving 4 hours to reconcile. Vance had invited her back next month. The will/sale. Sale proceeds. Pledge to creditors. Sophie inherits copyrights and a modest residue. What the fuck is modest residue? That sounds disgusting. The sales collapse touches each of the 6 differently. The survey booking is noted for cross-reference.
So I just want to go back to something. So after Vance is like, then let them review. After Monday, it isn't ours to worry about.
Doesn't sound like a guy who's going to commit suicide.
No, but was it Okonkwo or was it Reyes that was worried about his what the fuck is it called? Reputation for building the cantilever shit.
Probably Okonkwo. I doubt Reyes gave a fuck. He just signed papers. He didn't give a
Sophie.
shit.
Sophie was the one that wanted credit.
Yeah, but so did Okonkwo.
But the one that the one that was like, I'm the one that designed this fucking thing. Like,
yeah, Okonkwo.
Okay, so I'm leaning on him.
Same. Ooh, text messages.
If Lautrec runs their own structural survey before close, they'll open up the gorge side cantilever calcs. We need to talk before Monday. There's nothing to talk about. The house stands. It's stood 11 years. It stands because of choices we made that won't survive an independent review. You know which ones. Then let them review. I'm past caring, Daniel. After Monday, it is not ours to worry about.
What does he know? Like, what the fuck's wrong with it? Marcus Reyes, business partner here. Tell me we're closing Monday. I've got a personal guarantee writing on this, and the bank is circling. We're closing. I signed. I hate it, but I signed. Thank God. Don't do anything dramatic at this dinner, Adrian. Let's just get to Monday. Dude, I don't know. It could be Marcus. That sounds like someone who's like, I'm about to kill this bitch. Let me tell him not to do anything dramatic.
Brandon?
Yeah, you be clear. Do a sexy voice.
He says he's fixing the credit Monday after 10 years. I'll believe it when I see the letterhead. Don't let him dangle it again. You've earned it twice over, a friend says to Claire. Claire replies, if you stiff me one more time, I'm leaving and taking the portfolio. That's my leverage, not anything else.
Dang, dangling and leverage. Stiff. There's a lot of good words in there.
So her daughter says to her partner, I'm actually going. 4 hours to sit at his stupid glass table and try. Wish me luck. Her partner replies to Sophie, proud of you. Just go in wanting nothing from him. Sophie replies to her partner one last time, wanting nothing. Right. Maybe just one sentence that isn't about the house.
Let me do this one. I got this. Helena Fisher, the representative for Lautrec, doing the final walk Saturday. We close Monday a.m. Survey team booked for the following week. Good. Hold the structural survey until after close. No need to spook the seller. Agreed. Post close, Vance is twitchy enough about us touching his masterpiece.
Pause.
Touch my masterpiece.
So Rosa was last dinner at the house Saturday. After Monday, I don't know where I'll be. 9 years. We'll figure it out, Mama. Did he give you a reference at least?
Mama.
He promised one. A good one. He felt guilty, I think. He's not a bad man.
Do you want me to do it right?
He promised one, not a good one. He felt guilty, I think.
He's not a bad man. He's just a very, very sad man.
Está muy triste. Jesus. Speedy Gonzalez did it, dude.
All right.
Interrogation. Bro, we got to do all the work around here? What are the cops doing?
I still say it's Daniel.
All right. Select a question to begin. Oh, cool. All right. So 3 questions. You designed the balcony's anchorage. Walk us through your access to it in the days before the dinner and on the night. Or what did Monday's sale mean for you professionally?
Ask him.
Or the corner cap was sealed with epoxy in Vance's 2025 revision and was never meant to be pried off. You say you lifted it the way you always have.
No.
When did he say he lifted it?
It's an interrogation. You're just going to ask him,
When did he say that? I must not have been paying attention.
And one of the, I don't remember if it was a statement or if it was evidence. He does say that he never knew about them being epoxy, that he was just used to being able to lift them.
Yeah, true. But they say you lifted it the way you always have. Like, when did you do that? Brandon, you say the middle one?
Yeah.
I mean, that helps support the motive, but I'm going for the bottom one.
I'm going for the bottom one too.
Yeah, that puts him in a, he's going to have to lie again.
Sealed? No, those caps lift off by hand. They always have. That's how the detail works. I lifted that corner cap last week, the same as I have for years. If Adrian bonded them down, I never saw the drawing. I worked from the set I was given. I'd have no reason to pry anything. I'd just lift it.
If he lifted it weeks before.
But that doesn't make sense because the science said that it was sealed and epoxied.
He's lying.
This guy's just saying the false.
Okay,
it had already been tampered with before he lifted it. But I'd lean more towards he's lying.
But so he said, I lifted that corner cap last week, the same as I have for years. But the revised plans say that since the start, they've been epoxied.
No, since 2025, it was built before that.
Yeah, that's why they epoxied in 2025 and they built access from the bottom. So which question are we doing?
I'd ask him about the sale. You're going to ask all 3 of them anyway. The fuck?
Honestly, closure, I assumed. The house sells, the chapter ends. I had no stake in the sale price. I'm not in the will. I'm not owed a commission on the closing. People keep looking for my motive in the money, and there isn't one there. Adrian's death cost me a friend and gains me nothing. That's the truth of it.
It's not about money. You just wanted to kill him because he fucking took all the credit.
I was at the house twice that week. Adrian wanted the structural file in order for the buyer. I was on the balcony both times. It's my work. I check it. On the night after dinner, I went up alone for 10 minutes. I lifted the corner cap, looked at the plate, put it back. I've done that for years. If you're asking whether my hands were on the railing, of course they were. They've been on it for 2 decades.
He lifted the cap and didn't notice the bitch was loose? It smells fishy to me, bruh.
Telling you.
Let's do...
I don't even... Okay, Claire. So we don't have to ask Claire, Sophie, or Helena shit.
Why not Claire?
Well, that's true. Maybe Claire. But let's start with Marcus, that dirty bastard.
You
just ask all 3 in order.
Okay. I signed hundreds of pages. Go for it.
I signed hundreds of pages. If you showed me the sheet, I'd recognize my signature, not the content. I knew Jesus Christ. I knew there'd been a revision. I would have told you it touched the railing caps versus the cladding versus the drains. I countersigned that the paperwork is in order, not that I've memorized the steelwork. I never discussed caps with anyone because I never thought about caps in my life. Dude's a liar. Financially, what does Vance's death do to you? It ruins me, frankly. The sale was my lifeline. My personal guarantee gets called if it doesn't close. With Adrian dead, the closing collapses into probate. Lautrec can walk. The bank calls my note, and I lose my house, not his. I have spent 3 days trying to keep this sale alive over a dead man's estate. Whoever wanted Adrian gone did me catastrophic harm.
Go back to the text
where were you
message of
after
his
dinner?
daughter.
The what?
Go back to his daughter's text message.
Wine cellar with Helena Fisher for a good while, then the terrace. I was nowhere near the loft, but I won't pretend that's the point. You've told me yourself this was set up days ago where I stood at 11 o'clock as theater. I didn't loosen anything because I wouldn't know how, and I needed that man alive. Go back to the daughter's text messages?
Yes. Evidence.
It's at the bottom, recovered messages.
Or was it? Oh, no, secret notes. My bad.
Yeah.
Scroll down. Right here.
No, then that's not the daughter.
Oh, no. Sophie.
What does this have to do with anything?
Never mind. Go back to interrogation.
What the fuck?
I thought I was onto something, and there's absolutely nothing.
Nothing. All right. Decade of broken promises from Vance. Why isn't that a motive to kill him? Because a dead Adrian can't sign the partnership papers he owed me. My entire leverage was him alive and finally guilty enough to make it right. He'd as good as promised it for Monday. His death erases the credit I spent 10 years earning. The firm's records still say the work was his. I needed him alive and ashamed. A corpse doesn't correct the record.
How well do you understand the structural systems of the house, the balcony anchorage specifically? Not at all, in the engineering sense. I know how the balcony looks, how it feels to stand on, the proportions of the rail, how it's actually held up, the bolts, the load paths. That's Daniel's. I've never lifted a cap or touched an anchor plate. I wouldn't know a load bearing plate from a decorative one. Where were you when he fell, and what did you make of his dinner remark about not seeing them ruin it? In the lower gallery, alone, looking at a wall I detailed years ago, I heard the glass. As for his remark, I heard, I won't see them ruin it. And at the time, I thought he meant he'd refuse to visit after the sale. Now, everyone tells me a different version. I honestly don't know which words he used.
Yeah, it's not Claire Donovan, I don't think. We can read Sophie's, but we're pretty sure it's not her either, right? You were the sole heir. Walk us through what you actually inherit. Debt mostly until the sale clears it, and the sale clearing, it depends on the sale happening, which my father's death has now wrecked. After that, the copyrights to his designs and whatever's left, which isn't much. I'm not a secret millionaire in waiting, and none of it is worth losing the one chance I had to fix things with him. I'd hand back every cent for another dinner. Dramatic much? How familiar are you with the house's construction? Not at all. I hated this house growing up. It ate my father's attention and our money. I never wanted to understand it. I couldn't tell you how the balcony stays up or what a base plate is. To me, Ver was always just the thing that took him away. Did your father's dinner remarks sound to you like a man saying goodbye? People keep asking me that, and I think they want me to say yes, that he meant to jump, that no one's to blame. I won't say it because I don't believe it. He said I won't be here to see them ruin it. And I took that to mean he'd be traveling, escaping. He was making plans, not endings. He asked me to come back next month.
So he knows what he said, but doesn't remember what he said.
All right. I'm pretty sure this bitch didn't do it either.
What did Vance's death do to the Lautrec? I don't know. Acquisition. Destroyed the timeline. A clean sale becomes a contested probate asset overnight. 12 to 18 months, possibly a collapse deal if the heir refuses. I had every reason to want him alive and signing Monday morning. A dead seller is a year of lawyers. I don't murder the asset I'm trying to buy. Did you have any access to the gallery balcony before or during the evening? No, my walkthroughs covered the saleable floors. The drafting loft wasn't sellable square footage and frankly didn't interest me. I'd never been up there until your officers asked me about it. I wouldn't know the corner plate from the carpet. As an outsider, what was your read on the dinner and the fatal remark? Tense. A man saying goodbye to a building he loved, surrounded by people who all wanted different things from him. The remark, I heard, I won't be here to see them ruin it. I assumed he meant he'd never visit once we converted it. Corporate small talk, I thought. I had no idea I would be read as anything darker.
I don't know. You know where the service tools were kept, including the torque wrench. That's access to the weapon. Respond. I knew where it lived because I cleaned around it. I couldn't tell you what it's for or how you'd use it on the railing. A wrench to me is a thing I dust. Knowing where a tool sits in a drawer doesn't put the knowledge of that balcony's bolts in my head. I don't have it and never did. Dude, who dusts wrenches? The fuck?
What if it was her husband?
He's not even a suspect, but that's possible. What is the change? Well, it said it excluded everybody who wasn't there, so it couldn't have been him. What does the change of ownership Monday mean for you? I lose my job and the room I've lived in for 9 years. Mr. Vance promised me a strong reference and I believe a small severance, none of which I collect any more easily from a dead employer tangled in probate. His death leaves me worse off in every direction. I had every reason to want Monday to come with him alive to sign my letter. You found him. Walk us through it and tell us what you heard him say at dinner. I was near the entry hall tidying when the glass broke. I came around the corner and he was just there on the concrete and the railing hanging open above. I didn't touch him. I called for help. At dinner, I heard him say, I won't be here to see them ruin it. I thought he meant he'd move far away. I served his coffee and I never dreamed it was the last thing.
Okay, boys. This is it.
It's got to be Okonkwo, dude. I mean,
you only get one chance.
We know it's not Sophie or Helena. Rosa's motive is fucking like terrible. She doesn't get anything if he dies. It could be revenge from Marcus, but dude, it's got to be Daniel.
I'm going with Daniel.
It's either Daniel or Claire.
Yeah.
But Daniel said that I think it's Daniel.
Yeah, so Daniel, he lied about the cat. Like, it's got to be Daniel.
Yeah, just do Daniel.
Cop bro capping.
Okay, here we go.
It's Professor Plum.
Damn.
No, come on. The Daily Detective, Daniel Okonkwo arrested. Case closed. In a stunning conclusion to the Glass House case, detective work led to the arrest of Daniel Okonkwo. The evidence was overwhelming and a confession soon followed. Justice has been served. Got 104 points. Was that high score? Did we break it?
I don't know.
Yeah, bro. Are we reading all that?
I'm not reading that.
Bro.
But that was pretty cool.
I'm the greatest detective of all time. Welcome back to the Reading is Fundamental podcast. Please don't let your kids use text-to-speech and AI to do their homework. They're going to end up like us, full-grown and
that was 100% translated by AI from some
dude. That was made translate everything, dude.
Yeah. But either which way,
business idea.
It was.
We're going to use AI to create games,
and Brandon's going to do the voices.
He's going to do the voices.
It was just no good, Mr. George.
Would you say you have a plethora of piñatas?
But that was fun. That was interesting.
Dude, honestly, best 45 minutes of the day.
That was pretty cool.
Spent 45 minutes fucking
I'm just
reading,
glad
dude.
that we got it right.
It was pretty obvious, honestly. I mean, he was the only one with motive. And then he lied about the caps. If we'd read the fucking 42-page debrief there, we would have already known because it was just a bunch of repeats.
Well, let us know in the comments if you
Brandon
want us to do another one of those. We can definitely try to invest in some more of these cold cases. But other than that, where can they find you, boys?
Dude, if that was a cold case, this is the world's dumbest cops.
You can find me in the restroom right now taking a shit.
Dude, go see a doctor.
Legs shaking like before?
No.
You can find me on TikTok and YouTube, Rhinosaurus10, Instagram at RyanHDZ89, and in the library borrowing kids' books for these guys to get them brushed up for the next case.
You can find me on Instagram at joseph.cabrera.8. You can find me on TikTok at Mr. Nobody 881.
Gummy Bear.
Nobody 881.
You can find all three of us with a lot of picture books and not a whole lot of words.
Getting our ass cooked, but
along with finding us on YouTube and Spotify at Stim City Podcast. And you can also find us on TikTok and Instagram at Stim City Podcast 4.
Just need one more social media read, dude. Just one more. Make it like an even 2 minutes.
I mean, either which way. Thanks for joining us for another ridiculous episode.
Happy 30th episode. Happy 36th birthday, Joseph. You don't look a day over 63. Love you.
62.
Bye.
See you next week.
Shut your bitch ass up.